with a gentle persuasion tells me I've nothing to fear.
Is there hope for the future? Are things going to get better? It sure doesn't seem like it, does it? Economic, political, and social conditions appear to be rapidly deteriorating and getting worse day by day, and it is becoming more and more apparent that we face very difficult and trying days ahead. Time is running out, not just for some nations, but for the entire world. But as bad as the present global situation is, with wars, disease, famines, pollution, social upheavals, crime, plus the collapse of moral standards in countless formerly Christian nations, it is reassuring to know that all these things were predicted in detail in the Bible thousands of years ago. Even the present great apostasy and loss of faith amongst Christians in recent years was predicted in God's Word. But even though the immediate future of the world is growing darker and blacker, and in fact is getting worse all the time, there is hope. The near future is not so hopeful, but the future just beyond is glorious. So no matter how bad these coming days may seem to be, for those of us who love Jesus, even bad news is good news. Because we know that the sooner things get worse, the sooner they're going to get better afterwards, and the sooner Jesus is going to return and put a stop to this present madness. Luke 21:28 says, "And when these things begin to happen, lift up your heads, for your salvation draws near. So look up, be encouraged. This generation shall not pass away till all these things shall be fulfilled." That's what Jesus said in Matthew 24:34. Jesus promised, "In the world you shall have tribulation." He promised that without a doubt we would have troubles, problems, and trials, and even suffer persecution for his name. But what did he tell us to do? Moan and complain and retreat in despair? No, he said rejoice and be exceeding glad. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Matthew 5:10-12. And he says, "Lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world." John 16:33. And in Hebrews 13:5, he reminds us that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Jesus overcame the world. And because his Spirit lives in our hearts, we can overcome the world too. He promises in 1 John 4:4, "You are of God, little children, and have overcome them, for greater is he, Jesus, that is in you, than he, the devil and his Antichrist forces, that are in the world." And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. 1 John 5:4. If you believe in Jesus and just keep trusting in him and his word through all your troubles, you'll emerge triumphant, despite all the trials and tribulations that come your way. How small our trials and problems will seem then. Romans 8:18 says, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are nothing compared to the glory that shall be revealed in us." And 1 Corinthians 2:9 tells us, "For eye has not seen, nor has ear heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man, the things which God has prepared for them that love him." And finally, in 1 Thessalonians 4:18, it says, "Wherefore comfort one another with these words."
This message was brought to you courtesy of Helping Hands South Africa.
Soft as the voice of an angel, whispering Jesus is near. Hope with a gentle persuasion tells me I've nothing